Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the app, welcome to another video, and I hope everyone's having a very happy Friday. If you're not familiar with what we're doing, a little housekeeping before we get started on today's topic. So I put out 2 videos a week, one video on Tuesday and one video on Friday. And on our fitness app, which is in the link in the description below, there's 2 links, one's for Apple, one's for Google. And we put out a workout every single Monday. So by this point, there's there's got to be like 100+ workouts on there. There's 100+ videos on the app, and they range from all different topics, everything that you can possibly think of. And today's topic is going to be about how to shrink your midsection, how to get your waist smaller. People sometimes think that they just have a thick midsection and that they're big boned. In reality, sorry to make this very blunt, but you're probably just fat. You can have a small waist. You can train your waist to be small. Yes, there are people that have larger structures, larger bone structures, wider clavicles, smaller waist. There's also the opposite where you have a very narrow hip structure wide hip structure and narrow clavicles. So we're all structured differently. Typically, your endomorphs have a wide hip structure and narrow clavicles, and your ectomorphs and your mesomorphs are more the opposite, wide clavicles, narrow waist. So with that being said, we do have some genetic properties involved in our structure and our midsection size, but you can train your waist to be smaller. The number one thing that you need to do is always be conscious about your abdominal control, what you're doing. So if I'm standing up and on my phone and I'm turned to the side and I'm just like relaxed, my stomach is very big. If I'm standing there and I catch myself, I started to relax my stomach, I'm gonna suck it in. Then I'm training myself to almost keep my waist sucked in when I'm not thinking about it. And over time, what that does is that will train your abdominal wall, it'll train your abdominals to have a new area of comfort. If you're walking around all the time and just being relaxed constantly, then you will notice that your abdominal wall gets stretched out. Also, eating lots and lots of food and gorging yourself full of tons of food will stretch out your abdominal wall. And the abdominal wall is like elastic, all right? It's like elastic wrap, like saran wrap you put around something. If you stretch it out, it's not really going to go back to where it was. But with our bodies, at least, we can help get it back to where it was. So you just have to be very conscious of a few things. Don't engorge yourself full of food every day. If you're eating every meal and you're so full you're sick every meal, we're going to stretch it out. And when you have your abdominal wall stretched out, learning to control your abdominal and your midsection with size is going to be nearly impossible. So by eating until you're full and eating your macros and all of that stuff, but not engorging yourself full of tons of food every single time you sit down and eat, but then also training your waist, your mind to muscle connection with your abdominals, with training your abs to stay tight. Now, you don't have to suck in and flex all the time. That will be exhausting. But you do need to work on just keeping just being mindful of your flexion down in your midsection, where everything's at. There's also some exercises you can do to help shrink your midsection. I really like vacuums. Vacuums are it should be done either at the very end of the day or very first thing in the morning. In my opinion, I used to do them first thing in the morning. So you basically kind of brace yourself, stand up, put your hands on your bathroom counter, take a big deep breath, and you suck your belly button in as far as you can. And you suck it in, and it's gonna hurt. It's not gonna feel well. But you're basically pulling your abdominals in. You're not flexing, you're just sucking in as hard as you can. And you're doing that. Typically, people do like 4 sets for 10 seconds, and then that's it. That's it for the day. The next day, you might do 4 sets for 10 seconds and 4 sets for 10 seconds the next. After 3 to 5 days of that, you can increase it, maybe 3 or 4 sets of 15 seconds. And then you work your way up to 20 seconds, and then 30 seconds. And then you do a minute But obviously at that point you kind of do need to breathe a little bit. So you're not necessarily holding your breath when you get that long, but that does help train your waist. When you're working out as well, keep your waist tight. You're going to use your abs with other muscles, such as you're going to use your abs for legs, you're going to use your abs for chest, you're going to use your abs for shoulders and back and arms. Everything your abdominals are being used in. So keep the mindset. Be mindful of what you're doing at that time with your abs. If you're doing squats, your belly should not be just like pushing against your shirt and hanging over your squat belt. All right, you should just like think of it as aesthetics. You want to look as best as you can. Pretend that you're on video when you're doing your squats, or pretend you're on video when you're doing your bench press. You don't want to have this big stomach. Suck it in, keep your waist tight, and lift properly. Just being mindful of is most of how to train your waist, and then also doing the exercises properly and using contracting and squeezing in, sucking in your abs when you're working out and when you're doing your vacuums. Super important to bring your waist in. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps you. This video should help everybody out there. It doesn't matter if you think you have a small waist already. Just do these exercises to keep it small. If you don't, these exercises can actually help you shrink your waist, bring your waist down, tighten it, everything up. And you'll notice, even if you don't lose weight, you'll notice that your waist is getting smaller. And that's just because you're training that area to stay tight, to stay dense, and to have a nice dense core all the way around. So hope you're enjoying your week. Like I said, keep working hard, keep crushing your goals, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and make sure you go down to the description, click on the link, download the app, the Everything Massive Diet Coaching app. You can get all the content from workouts to videos, ways to track your sleep, your food, your workouts. We have workout videos on there that show you how to do certain exercises, and we even have a chat forum on there so that you can ask questions, comments, concerns. You can upload progress pictures, all of that good stuff, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good weekend.